Good afternoon, y'all. Nice of y'all to join us on this fine Sunday afternoon. I have with me my guest, ColdHouse Customs, aka AV. What's going on with you?
Hey, how you doing, Miss Peace Talk, aka Ashley? I'm doing fantastic.
I'm doing good. I'm glad you were here to join us. I want to give the people, a little bit about you and about what you do as far as your designs and things like that. So, if you don't mind, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from originally. What do you do for a living as far as your business is concerned?
All right, well, my name is AV or Avery. Either one works for me. I'm originally from Michigan. I've been down here in Georgia for about 7 to 7 months. I am a customized apparel shop located here in Newton Plaza in Covington, Georgia. We the dopest customized apparel brand in the city. Mark my words. And here to help startup clothing lines, music artists, and anybody that's looking for branding opportunities and kind of expanding a image tree in a sense.
That's what's up. Yeah, he's done a lot of work for me, you guys. And when I tell you, this man is cold. Like it's all in the name. It's all in the
Oh,
name.
like the house, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying because and I will be having some new things coming, to the site. So, he's been helping me with getting that squared away. And, I really do stand by his business. I mean, he's a dope individual. Both personally and business wise. So I definitely appreciate you and everything that you've been doing to help me, build my brand as well.
Okay.
Um, so I appreciate you being here too. So tell the people a little about, do you have kids? Do you have how's your personal life going?
So I just had a daughter in February. She's like 4 months, 5 months now. It's the second.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's a little difficult because I mean, she's in Michigan, so when we going back and forth, but I mean, it still ain't really sit in. So it's like, I'm still processing. I'm still internalizing it. So it ain't really hit me, but it's one of them situations. But it's a reminder of the clock is ticking, in
Right.
that aspect. Overall, I'm just me doing me, trying to figure out what is exactly that is and who's gonna be there when that me comes all the way together type concept.
That's what's up. Okay. So how do you create time for like a healthy personal life and work life family balance?
I got a real thing. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a real fuck it mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain things that I do feel like it needs to be done here and now. But then I also do weigh out and understand that some things is not more important than how you feeling at the moment. But as long as you don't be dictated by your feelings all the time, you have to give your feelings a portion of your time. And you just have to be learning how to say fuck it. You can't do everything. You just gotta do the right things at the right time.
Very true. Very true. So how long have you been doing custom designs?
I've been doing custom clothes since 2016, end of 2015, early 2016. So what's that about 6 years, 7 years?
Okay. Yeah, that's what. So like, do you have like, I don't know if you have anything like any custom apparel that you can kind of show the folks.
All right, hold on. We're gonna take you a little trip, a trip across the world real quick, right? So right now we are technically in the process because you wasn't here. You didn't see this, but
Okay.
got our floor done.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Nice.
yeah,
Great. I like it.
yeah. We This is some of our blanks, but we give you a little example of some of the stuff that we do. Just some of the stuff. Do some of the wall stuff. Quick. I don't know if you can see all that.
Yeah, we can see.
So that's just a small scale aspect of what I just did printed out. But I got literally like hundreds of designs, concepts, and different things that I got on my computer that I haven't made yet. But yeah, we definitely do a lot of stuff here.
That's what's up. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I just want to speak to whoever's viewing. I see Lamar Walker. He's in here. So, or was, is, I don't know. But hey.
Lamar.
um, so do you think that you've mastered your craft, or do you think that you still have room for growth?
Both. I've mastered this level. Now I'm getting ready for the next level. So it's always going to be a level of progression. You can always add more weight to the bench. You can always add more skill to the knowledge. Like it's never a stopping point. When you get to that point to where you feel like you mastered it, then you get out of it because then it's
Right.
fun no more. So from
True.
what I do, yes, but where I'm going, no.
Gotcha. Do you think that I'm sorry, hold on. I had some in my eye. um oh, I'm sorry. What has been like your process as far as becoming a business owner, and as far as when it deals with the apparel side of everything?
So that right there is a tricky question because it's like if I be realistic, I never really cared about fashion. I never really was into fashion as like it was never really a dream as a kid type. Kind of just fell into it because this is not really my first original business concept, but this just the business concept that ended up working for the time. Whereas I take a product and I got profit. That was a
Mm,
instant gratification type moment. So I built the business behind it and didn't come to find out I'm just creative. So it just worked. But it's kind of it's kind of difficult because when you step into something that you're not 100% into, you have to learn to love it, even through the time you love it. And if it's not really in you, it's definitely a struggle. So, but when
right.
it comes to entrepreneurship, I've always been an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always had a hustle. I actually really changed my whole mindset. I went to jail for the first time. Did 2 days when I was like 17. Went to jail for I was a wild little boy. Nah, I'm straight because I don't like being around. I don't like being locked down. I don't want to be around a bunch of guys all day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be told what to do. So I just found the same hustle, just different products. And what?
Right. And that's cool. Like, I commend you for that because, most people get sucked into that lifestyle and then they continue on down that path. And then by the time they realize, it's too late. Like, you become an adult, you're in your 40s and 50s and you still on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I commend you for, actually taking that lesson and being like, you know what, this not life for me.
Facts, yeah.
Um, so, and yeah, you, like I said, you do dope things because, of course, he helps me with my print.
Ooh, ooh,
Well, hey,
you
hey,
got PT.
hey. I know, and I have new products coming out because of you. So I do appreciate, you actually taking the time. Like he actually will sit with you guys and like, okay, come on, let's talk about what type of branding you trying to do here. What's the look, what look you're trying to go for. And he'll actually come up with some dope ideas. Like he has several dope ideas, and as far as what it, as it relates to apparel and things like that, that I haven't just kind of like push the gas on yet, but that's coming down the pipeline. So I definitely appreciate you always taking the time to sit with me. I know I'll be, you know because I got like 1,000 ideas, and you be like, all right, so what you want to do? You want to change this? You want
Because I ain't gonna lie, because you're not like everybody's like that. Like put it like this: 99% of the time we have an idea, but 85% of the time we don't know what the hell that idea look like. We just know we see something, and a lot of times we don't really know what it is until we see the thing already fruition. So with understanding that, I started to try to do my part and help people kind of express themselves because I got this big no dick riding policy.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I did want to put a comment up there that I agree, Donna. He is very rare. Most people are about the profit and not about helping their customers. So I do commend you on that. But go ahead.
But all right, but let's be realistic. It is a balance though. So it is to be a profitable help. So it's not like I mean, it's only me. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
save the world, I can't help the world, and I have a business and I have bills. So it has to be a level of rationality. So as a customer, you should say, all right, this person is taking. I don't ask for anything. I don't charge. I charge fairly. I charge what
Right.
my product and what it is worth. You know what I mean? And I work with the people that's worth working with. I'd rather take five every week than $100 one time and never see you again. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'd rather keep a continuous growing business. So But once again, people got to really grasp that part. Like
Mhm.
bills don't at the first of the month do not care about how nice you was to somebody. You know?
Right.
So it still has to be a level of profitability because got to come out of somebody's pocket. So, but I also understand that we are our people. So I feel like the happier, like you can express yourself individually, the more you're gonna want to do it. So that goes back into the no dick riding policy. You're not gonna want to keep wearing nobody else's brand if you got your own
Right.
dope enough. You know what I mean? And if I can help you get to that point, then we can all grow together. You know.
Right.
And we actually working on to now where it's like we open our space up a little bit more for the front. You see, we get it together a little bit. So we trying to help people who got their small clothing brand. Where we like maybe run out of small section where you can start saying, "Hey, my product is in the store." You don't have to go to the rip and run it. You don't have to go to the going around and try to haggle and stuff. You just say, "My product is in the store." Send them to the store. You get your money.
Right. And that's the awesome thing about, like I said, I can agree with you, bills got to get paid, but the fact that you actually take the time out to make sure that your person, the customer is happy with the product that you're putting out or giving them, it says a lot to about you and your business, because most people will just come up with a design and say, here, get out my face, whereas you try to make sure that our even our creative minds are captured on your product. So I big ups, because again, you know what, I'm gonna have to show this one.
Yes, man, drop it in for you know. What I'm
So we already got one shirt coming out.
Ooh, look at that. You know what I'm talking about?
And
Yeah.
he came up with the design, y'all. Like, so, and the crazy part about this, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my whole branding. I wanted for my initial logo. So this is my initial logo, right? And I got a simple design done because I wanted to kind of put my name out there and get, Peach Talk out there, right? But in my mind, I kept telling the guy, I was like, yeah, at some point I want to be able to like have a lady kind of talking to a peach or something, and have the peach dripping. And, I wanted these things, but I couldn't quite put it in a way where the guy could capture it. So I just was like, you know what? Let's just go with a simple design and maybe throw some lips on the peach, right? So I come to you and I tell you this. And this is what you came up with. When I tell you that was this right here, I was just like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Don't forget the fact that you almost didn't use it, and I almost had to use it for my own.
True. Well, no. So I told you I had to like wait because I know I had been putting out products already with this on there.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what, let me see how I'm gonna incorporate this, into my branding. And so I just wanted to kind of make sure that I was putting it out at the right time, And so like I said, having actual Peach Talk shirts being made, this, and even guys are like, because I was afraid that I couldn't find something that the men would wear as well. And this design just has people like, oh yeah, even guys are like, help, tell me when you put them on the site, because I definitely want a shirt. And I'm like, you know what
Let's get it
so
poppin'.
you said what?
Let's get it popping.
I'm telling you. So I just can't wait to continue to work with you and push out more dope products. And it's just really awesome that you like I said, you take the time to actually get my chaotic brain vision onto a product. So
I ain't gonna lie, it's hard taking all these compliments. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them people like, nah, stop.
That's funny. So do you work on anything else outside of your craft, like
like
music
or just hobbies?
hobbies, music, any other thing that may get you, revenue in, that maybe.
Realistically, no, but at the same time, yes. Like I've been doing a lot of like understand. Like I'm real big into understanding life and reality. So I've been doing a lot of research and just trying to understand consciousness, understand how we are, who we are. We all got that moment of what is life, what is this that I look at in the mirror. Like I've been really trying to understand that. So that's really been my
Right.
baby. focal point, in my free time, where it's like all I really do is, research and just understand the human mindset and even psychology. Like
Right.
all things help you in business in the aspect. If you understand how you work as an individual, then you understand how other people work as a collective.
True. True. And you know what? And also just having that space to meditate even within your own, space to, because it's very important, even as an entrepreneur and, business person, you have to have that outlet to where you can decompress and
Mhm.
actually go, I guess attack things with a clear mind, because I know sometimes we can get really frustrated in that moment, and it's just like nothing's coming to us because we're so frustrated at whatever's at hand. Sometimes you need that moment to kind of step away, you know clear your head, and then come back at it, and then you come back at it and you be like, then you start dishing out products.
Look, that's when that fuck it mindset come in handy, but
Right.
all right.
Right. So what are the biggest challenges do you face being an entrepreneur?
Um, the biggest challenges is probably the fact of like you don't have there's no consistency, there's no guarantees, I should say. What I mean? Like when you have a job, you get paid this day, you can plan at least this day. With a business, any type of business, you have spurts of good and bad, and if you don't learn how to make them good moments spread out over them bad moments, there will be no more good moments. So it's really learning how to be rational, really learning how to use in rations, and learning how to just kind of go with your gut and just know when to make a move and when not to make a move. You're gonna take some loss, but as long as your loss don't outweigh your wins, you in the green.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's very important to realize, because I think a lot of us go in, because I'm not gonna lie, this whole because I'm new to the whole entrepreneur thing. I'm trying to get my
Down
little
your
feet wet.
motherfucker. Them
So,
downs is not
you know,
everybody.
yeah. So, I mean, I will say, like, there have been moments where, I get discouraged and I'm just like, damn, like,
Yeah,
I want to be on top right now.
yeah.
Like, what's going on? But, I agree, it's just kind of keeping that mind to where it's like, okay, you got these type of resources. How are you going to stretch them, to meet the next, big moment?
Mhm.
And also always trying to keep that head about yourself to where you don't. I know it can be discouraging, but making sure that you just keep going, because every time you stop, you
You start.
fail.
No,
If you don't try.
every time you stop, you start from scratch.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And what we don't want to do is, having to keep starting over, because that thing,
That's to get annoying. You niggas get tired of level one now.
right.
Level four, three, two, all that. But level one, come on now.
Right, exactly. And so it's been very difficult, keeping that encouragement. But I think, understanding your vision, just reminding yourself of your vision is very important, because, no one else is going to see you at the value you see yourself.
Right, right.
Um, it's not until you get to where you think you need to, you should be, that people start saying, oh, okay, now I see why you were doing this.
Right, right, right.
So
But
yeah, it's
on that same note, there still is people that see you for what you could be. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's one of my biggest problems too. Sometimes when I look at a piece of paper, I'm a rock. I don't see a rock. I see a sculpture. I see something that could be. Just because it's not at the moment, don't mean it can't be. You know what I mean? And that's where we kind of gets that heartbroken concept, because we see so much good in other people that they just don't see it in themselves, and then it just hurts you in that sense. You know what I mean? So it is good to be around good people. It's good to be around at least something, even if it's not a physical person. Find you something that works for you to help you remind yourself of, all right, just because you're a rock right now don't mean you're not a sculpture.
true that. That's good word. And I mean, great word spoken, because, like I said, it's and sometimes, people can also be your downfall, as far as mentally, they'll sit there and discourage you from progressing because they're, oh, well, I don't think that's gonna work. You shouldn't do that because you need to get a steady income. You need to do this, you need to do that. And it's like, but you're not in this. You
Right.
don't know where my mind is going. Like, so I have to sometimes block out certain people
Mhm.
because I have had, even when I first started this, they was like, well, why are you doing that, why you, and it's like,
Cause I,
just for this,
yeah,
we need more platforms for us to
yeah,
encourage more entrepreneurs, more, you know what I'm saying, because we don't have a lot of us lifting up each other.
right,
And I think it's very important that we created a platform where we can freely, be able to talk about our products and actually, recruit customers, because you never know. We doing this now, right? And say, there are only a couple of viewers or whatever right now, but you do know that this has to be saved to something.
right,
And then
right.
over time, people are looking at this and they're like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I seen that product. That's dope. Let me go in these descriptions and get this link and let me contact the boy, because these things are very important. And like I said, who knows when the thing skyrockets and they going back to the archives and looking at, old,
This motherfucker been around. This is it. Ain't
right.
a lot of times. I ain't gonna lie. This is really what I feel like a lot of people don't understand with this social media world, right? We getting so mind fucked that we don't understand the difference between real world and social world. So
Mm,
where social world is a controllable world, that means you only see me at my best. I'm only gonna post the best picture. I'm only gonna post the best videos. I'm only gonna tell you what's good. Or in the same aspect, they use it as a venting aspect of this is going wrong, this is going bad, this is up, fucked up, blah blah blah. So it's still a controllable reality because you're
right.
what you choose to put out there. In
Right.
the real world, you don't always choose what happened to you. You just choose how you dictate and how you go about it. So
How you
people getting so fucked up into the social world thinking that they control the real world the same as opposed. This is why their mind is messed up. So it's like, man, you just gotta find that peace inside yourself and just stop. Go back to this default. Fuck it.
react.
That's the term of the episode is learning how to say fuck it. That is how you get to where you need to be in life, good and bad. You know,
So how would you, well, what advice would you give as far as like how would people overcome that negativity? Like you how do you suggest people overcome certain challenges when it as it relates to being an entrepreneur? And we were talking about the not guaranteed, how would you suggest someone navigating through that?
the best suggestion I can give is this providence called know thyself, and I don't mean know thy physical self as in what your name was, somebody gave to you, your job occupation, what you do, the people around you, every that does not make you who you are, but the deeper meaning of know thyself is goes into the conversation we were having before on camera. What's the difference between ice and water?
Hmm.
There is no difference. If you break down ice and put it back into its proper form, I mean the same proper. You break down ice and you put it back to original form, it goes back into the original substance. We
Right.
are the original substance of the one internal substance, which is God. So we just an ice form version of God. Once you understand your God, then you understand you create your reality. Like trick question. What's the difference between what is the thing that make God God?
His power,
The power of what?
creation.
Boom. And what do we have? We the only people that have the power of creation. We the only thing that has the power of creation. A dog can't be a cat. A tree can't be a flower. A flower can't. You know what I mean? And we also forget the fact that we create all this. So every single thing that we live is our choice, regardless of if we decide to accept it or not. We chose it. You chose a bad relationship. You chose a good relationship. You chose a shitty life. You chose a great life. Whatever you choose is your choice. And once you understand that, you got the power.
Hey, you know what? And I think that's that might be a conversation for another
I
show. So
I
I need to have you
now.
on because let me tell you, like that right there,
Yeah.
that's something serious. That's a serious conversation, because I've experienced that and
Yeah.
understanding myself and understanding that I am the reason for my outcome. That
And
that
life.
So we definitely got to get you on for another.
And I got a whole little look, I'm writing working on a book called Two Plus Two is God. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you a quick snippet about it. So two plus two is God in the same terminology in the sense of one is one no matter where you go.
Mhm.
One is one no matter how you say it. One is one no matter what. So why do we get so many different terminologies of the one substance, which is God? There
Mm,
shouldn't be no difference. One is one. God is one. We are one. We have
mm.
to understand these things, and just, figure out how to utilize the power instead of being overwhelmed by the power. But all right, go back to the business.
You so silly. Um, so what would be some advice that you would give future entrepreneurs in your field? Like, so anybody that's coming up to the apparel and custom designs, like what advice would you give them?
First step is first is don't think because I make it look easy is easy.
Mm,
Don't think anything that anybody makes look easy or simple. Let me take that back. Simple and easy is not the same thing. It's simple to get up and go to the gym, but how easy it is to have an easy workout at the gym.
mm.
It's simple to follow through the steps, but how often do we actually do it? So don't confuse simple and easy, and don't jump off the boat thinking that because they did it, you can do it too. And I'm not saying you can't do it, but are you going to? Everybody don't have the same emotional attachment. Everybody don't have, like, I don't fix cars. I don't have I can if I really wanted to, but I don't. I don't have the attention for it. So I'm not going to do it. Do what you feel is going to be beneficial to you. Don't just get into it because you're being brainwashed and dick ride.
Mm.
Look good. You know what I mean? Just do you and figure out what it is that you can do the best. And that's what makes us different. Everybody can't do the same thing. How many drivers it is in the car?
What?
How many passengers and people that can be in the car with you?
Several.
You know what I'm saying? So it
Right.
doesn't mean that don't mean that you can't drive. That just means only one person can drive. You still have a place and just ride the ride.
Well, as far as like
But people who are already into it, so people who's already into it, who's already doing clothes, I don't know if that let me cut you off, but people who
no,
already keep doing what you do, if you know it's working and you really into it, find a way to make it better. Find a way to make yourself separate and find the best thing that really brings you some type of relief in the end. You know what I mean? Like, we can't keep taking on burdens to expect to be blessed. Like, you need to have some blessings in there.
true that, true that. Okay, so where can people purchase your products? And of course, we will make sure that it's in all the descriptions where they can go to your site and also follow you on Instagram. So,
So everything is pretty much ColdHouse Customs. All the Instagram, Facebook is all ColdHouse Customs. We got a website. It's called CHCustoms with a Z.com. I'm actually getting it rebuilt right now to where we adding in that whole designer app thing in there where people can go upload their own images on there, design their own mock-ups and all that good stuff. So I don't have to really deal with that part no more. And we also have a brick and mortar store which is located in Newton Plaza, right next to the World Finance and the UPS. I can always give you the address and we can always add that in there. But Newton Plaza is a pretty known place in Covington, at least Covington, Georgia. And that's the two places as of now where you can get the stuff. But in the future, we're going to have a lot more stores.
hey, and we'll all be partaking in that. And I just want y'all to know that he also does. So even if you aren't looking for necessarily apparel, he has services that he does provide. So those who do their own products, he does have prints that he actually does for you so that you can create your own custom designs.
Right. Definitely forgot to add that part. And that was the main thing I should
Yeah.
add. I'm real with you. I don't really like doing bulk orders unless I'm doing a bulk order for like a school, for like a business event or something that's going to be used for that moment. I know that people who got clothing lines, I know the struggles of people. It's too much variety out here. So
Right.
for you to only have one color, one design, one of one, whatever the fuck it is one of, you're going to get people that are always going to want something else. So instead of getting stuck by not getting a sale, we give it open to where now you got your image, you put on the color shirt they need, you can put on the size they need, you can put on the garment that they want. And that gives you much more option in the long run. And then you ain't got to be stuck with dry inventory.
True. True, very true. Yeah, because we had some discussions about that. So I mean,
Right.
it's always good to be able to have someone to outsource at least a step in your process,
Mhm.
because we all have, things that we're trying to do as far as, as it relates to getting our businesses off the ground. And it's always good to have someone that can either take the design work out of it, because he did the design work for me, and being able to actually have the prints done. He even I can appreciate the fact that you were able to tell me, hey, look, this may be the most cost efficient route for you. Invest in this, invest in that, and then I can do this portion for you. That way, you can, all you have to do is pay me to do this,
Mhm.
and you take care of everything else.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, it made life so much easier. It really did. So I do appreciate you for always working with me. And like I said, guys, he's a dope individual, both personally and business wise. He's gonna always work with you, and when it comes to getting your vision, on those products that you use for your branding. So I just wanted to say thank you again for being on.
But
And we will have you on.
no, no,
Yes, I said.
no, don't do that.
We'll definitely have you on again. Maybe on a different type of show,
Yeah.
but we'll definitely have it. And we will have to, also have a later on update. Once you start getting the stores and everything, got to take the tours.
Look, telling you, we're gonna get it right. You're gonna be
Yeah.
there. You know
All
what I'm saying?
right. Bet. So again, thank you guys for viewing. Again, this is ColdHouse Customs, and I will be sure to put all the links and the information in the description. Thank you guys for joining, and you guys stay sweet.